Good morning, guys. Let's start the today's lecture. We have to study about the chapter number 8, which is the fundamental of compressible flow. Let's start with a small revision. Then after we have to goes to our uh, lecture on the topic pressure wave propagation and the sound velocity. So first we have to discuss about the incompressible and compressible flow. Incompressible means density cannot be changed during the process, and a compressible flow means density uh, does not remains constant uh, during the process. Then after we have to know about the equation of state, where we have to study about the P upon rho is equal to RT, or P is equal to rho into R into T. Then after we have to differentiate with respect to dt, dr and d rho, and we have to just conclude it uh, कि change in pressure upon pressure minus change in density upon density minus change in temperature upon temperature is equal to 0. Remember here dr is equal to 0 because r is the gas constant, universal gas constant, and the value is always fixed. Then after we have to discuss about the specific heat. For this we have to know the standard formula. Amount of heat received or rejected is dq is equal to m into c into dt, and c is equal to dq upon m into dt. That means the heat required to raise the temperature of 1 degree of unit mass substance. If the temperature required to raise the temperature at constant pressure, then we have to say that it is the specific heat at constant pressure process, and the process is in under constant volume. Then we are say that a specific heat at constant volume process. The value of Cp and Cv remains constant, which is equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and Cv is equal to 0.717 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. And the ratio of Cp upon Cv is equal to gamma, which is called adiabatic index, and the value is 1.4 for air. Then after we have to calculate the mechanical work. For mechanical work, we all know that mechanical work is equal to force into distance, and ultimately the total work done is equal to integration of 1 to 2 p pressure into change in its volume. Then after we have to discuss about the first law of thermodynamics, where delta q is equal to delta w plus change in internal energy. And then after we have to discuss about the constant pressure or isobaric process, where P remains constant, then V upon T is equal to constant. If second is the isochoric or constant volume process, where volume remains constant, then P upon T is equal to constant. Then constant temperature process, if temperature remains constant, then PV is equal to constant. Then after a adiabatic process, where PV raised to power gamma is equal to constant, and in case of polytropic process, PV raised to power n is equal to constant. Then in case of isothermal process, temperature remains constant. So according to Boyle's law, PV is equal to constant, or say P upon rho is equal to constant, or in n number of times P1 upon rho 1 is equal to P2 upon rho 2 is equal to constant. Similarly, in case of adiabatic process, the value uh, in case of adiabatic process, according to first law, Q is equal to W plus U internal energy, or say dE. If dQ is equal to 0, then change in internal energy is equal to mechanical work done. So PV raised to power gamma is equal to constant, then P upon rho raised to power gamma is equal to constant, and in case of n number of process, P1 upon rho 1 raised to power gamma is equal to P2 upon rho 2 raised to power gamma is equal to constant. Then after we have to study about the basic equation for one-dimensional compressible flow. For that we have to discuss about the equation of state, continuity equation, momentum equation, then energy equation. So first one is the equation of state, whatever we have to already discuss in the previous slide, कि dp upon p minus d rho upon rho minus dt upon t is equal to 0. This is called equation of state. In case of continuity equation, mass flow rate or mass flow rate is a function of means the fluid density, the area of duct, and the velocity of the fluid. So m is equal to rho into a into v. So differentiating the above equation, we are getting rho into d of a into v plus a into v into d rho is equal to 0, or say rho into a into dv plus v into a into dA plus a into v into d rho is equal to 0. Here we are just differentiating these three terms, no? After dividing the rho into a into v with all these three terms, we are getting change in velocity upon velocity plus change in area upon area plus change in density upon density is equal to 0. This is called continuity equation in differential form. Then after momentum equation, we have, for momentum equation you have to know about the momentum flux, which is equal to mass flow rate and the velocity of fluid. That means rho into a into v, that means or say rho into a into v square. So mass flow rate is mass flow rate rho into a into v is a constant at every section. Therefore momentum flux, we are say that it is the product of constant term, means mass flow rate and the velocity. So our equation for rate of change of momentum in x direction is equal to rho into a into v2 minus v1. Similarly, Bernoulli equation says that change in pressure upon density plus g into dz plus v into dv is equal to constant. For incompressible flow, the value dp upon rho is equal to p upon rho, because density cannot be vary, means it is remains constant. So the equation change to the equation changed to dp upon rho into c plus v square upon 2 plus gz is equal to constant, or say c 1 upon dp upon p plus v square upon 2 plus gz is equal to constant. Or ultimately we are say that कि c log p plus v square by 2 plus gz is equal to constant. If by putting the value of c and divided by g, we are getting p upon rho g log p plus v square upon 2g plus z is equal to constant. In case of adiabatic process, the values are small changes occurred, and that means p upon rho raised to power gamma is equal to constant. So we are getting rho is equal to p upon c raised to power 1 by gamma. Yeah, we have already derived this equation, and ultimately we are getting the gamma upon gamma minus 1 into p upon rho g plus v square upon 2g plus z is equal to constant. Remember, in case of isothermal process, the values are p upon rho g log p plus v square upon 2g plus z is equal to constant. And in case of adiabatic process, only gamma upon gamma minus 1 has to be added, gamma upon gamma minus 1 into the whole term, which can be used for the isothermal process. Now let's start the today's lecture, pressure wave propagation and the sound velocity. The disturbance in the solid, liquid or gas is transmitted from one point to another. The disturbance created the pressure wave in the fluid. The pressure wave move a velocity of sound waves in all directions. Means whatever we have, you all are seeing that when we are just putting one piece of solid into the water body, and then some type of waves are created. These waves generally disturb either means disturb the liquid or the liquid resources. So these are the propagation of waves. Okay, so consider one dimensional flow through long straight rigid pipe having uniform cross section area. The frictionless piston fitted at one end of the piston as shown in figure. The pipe is filled with a compressible fluid, and the fluid initially at rest. The disturbance is created in the fluid when the piston is moving suddenly at the right with velocity v, and the disturbance from the pressure wave which is propagated through the fluid with a velocity of sound wave c. This is the example of that piston. This is the cylinder wall. This is the piston, where piston is moving in v direction. So x is equal to velocity v into dt, and the term, this whole distance is c into dt. So 1 minus x, we are getting this. Okay, so v is the velocity of piston, c is the velocity of pressure wave traveling in the fluid, p is the fluid pressure in the pipe before piston moves, p plus dp is the pressure fluid pressure in the pipe after piston movement. Then rho is the density of fluid before the piston move, and then rho plus d rho is equal to density of fluid after compression of fluid. Dt is the small interval of time during which piston move by distance x. X is the distance traveled by piston in time dt, which is equal to v into dx ultimately. This formula is came from the velocity formula. uh, Velocity formula, we all know that velocity is equal to distance per unit time. So if we have to calculate the distance, then we have to multiply velocity into time interval. So this formula we are using here. Okay, and the distance travel L is the distance traveled by pressure wave in time dt, which is equal to c into dt. Same formula we have to here use, because c is the pressure waves. So after compression, length of pipe filled by fluid is equal to L minus X, because we have to move the L direction, means we have to just pass on this distance. So we have to calculate 1 minus X. So we know that the continuity equation, rho into V is equal to constant, where V is the volume of the fluid. So rho of volume, if we just divided volume into area and their length, so rho into A into L is equal to constant. That means mass of fluid before compression is equal to mass of fluid after compression. So before compression is rho into A into L, and after compression is rho plus d rho into area into L minus X. So so uh, we have to use the formula L is equal to we have to use the formula L is equal to C into dt, and X is equal to V into dt. So we are getting rho into A. Here we are using rho into A into L is replaced by C into dt. then rho plus dp into area into L again is replaced by c into dt, and x is replaced by v into dt. So by dividing a into dt, we are getting rho into c is equal to rho plus d rho into c minus v, or when we just cross multiply these whole terms, we are getting rho c is equal to rho c plus c into dp minus rho into v minus v into d rho, and just we are cancel out this common term. We are getting uh, we are getting c into d rho is equal to rho into v plus v into d rho. The value of d rho is very small, therefore v is very small as compared to c, and that means we have to neglect the term v into d rho. Therefore we are getting c into d rho is equal to rho into v, and ultimately impulse momentum equation, we are getting rate change of momentum is equal to net force on the fluid. Therefore mass per unit, mass per second into change in velocity of fluid is equal to force on fluid after compression minus force of fluid before compression. So we are getting just we are getting rho into velocity upon dt into v minus 0 is equal to p plus dp into a in a minus p into area. So when we just means calculating the terms, we are getting rho into a into l upon dt into v is equal to dp minus dp into area. And then after we have to just multiply and getting rho into v is equal to dp upon c. And when we are comparing the equation 9.6 and 9.7, sorry, it is called 8.6 and 8.7, and here the printing mistake is there. So c into d rho is equal to dp upon c, that means c square is equal to dp upon d rho, or c is equal to under root dp upon d rho, means velocity of sound wave or pressure wave. It is the square root of ratio of change in pressure to the change in fluid density due to disturbance. Then second is the sound velocity in terms of bulk modulus. So bulk modulus of elasticity of fluid is defined as increase in pressure upon decrease in volume upon original volume. So dp upon minus minus dv upon v, or say minus dv upon v is equal to dp upon k, where negative sign indicate the volume decreases with increase of pressure. Now compressibility beta is equal to minus 1 upon v into dv upon, means 1 upon volume upon change in volume upon change in pressure. And when we compare the equations 8.8 and 8.8a, we are getting compressibility is the function of inversely proportional of bulk modulus, therefore rho in, and therefore rho into v is equal to constant. So differentiating this term, we are getting rho into dv plus v into d rho is equal to 0, or dv upon v plus d rho upon rho is equal to 0. Therefore minus dv upon v is equal to d rho upon rho. Comparing the equation 8.8 and 8.9, we are getting dp upon k is equal to change in density upon density. Therefore k, bulk modulus of elasticity is equal to dp upon d rho upon rho, or dp upon d rho is equal to k upon rho. But 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 c is equal to under root of dp upon d rho. Therefore c is equal to under root k upon rho. And ultimately velocity of sound for isothermal process, in case of isothermal process, p upon rho is equal to constant. So p into density raised to power 1 is equal to constant, and when we are differentiating the above term, we are getting minus p upon rho square into dp plus dp upon rho is equal to 0. And ultimately, when we are just equating the equations, we are getting dp upon d rho is equal to p upon rho. Therefore, c is equal to under root dp upon d rho, and so c is equal to under root p upon rho, which is the sound velocity for isothermal process. The equation 8.10 and 8.11, we are getting k is equal to p for isothermal process. Similarly, velocity of sound for adiabatic process, that means p upon rho raised to power gamma is equal to constant. Again, we have to just differentiate the equation. We are getting dp upon d rho is equal to gamma into p upon rho. Therefore, dp upon d rho is equal to gamma into r into t, but c is equal to under root dp upon d rho, and therefore c is equal to under root gamma into r into t, which is the sound velocity for adiabatic process. So the equation 8.10 and 8.12, we are getting k is equal to gamma into p for the adiabatic process. This is the all about the chapter. Yes, and next day we have to discuss about the Mach number and the compressible flow regime, which is the most important topic as per your syllabus point of view. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt or query, call me.